On a day such as today, where we're discussing Martin Luther King and his speech, why discuss anything other than race?
Because Martin Luther King sought to unite the country. He sought to express that the bank of justice was not bankrupt. He sought to right all the injustice in this world.
A group of protesters now facing charges after being hauled off in handcuffs at the Florida State Fairgrounds today.
It was a weekend of street battles and stark displays of racism, exploding into a deadly act of domestic terror.
From concerts in Las Vegas, movies in Colorado, nightclubs in Orlando, a first-grade classroom in Sandy Hook. They used to be places of celebration, of escape, of community, of learning, and now they are also potential battlegrounds.
But as the United States has progressed, as we've grown in the last 50 years, other inequalities have shown that they are a huge factor in this world. And his speech, and what makes it so powerful, so strong, so relevant today, is that it continues to be able to change and adapt with each new inequality that the United States faces.
Thousands of women are using 2 words on social media to identify themselves as survivors of sexual harassment and assault today.
We want to take you to D.C. We have been monitoring the Women's March coming out of Washington and across the entire world. Thousands of people.
We've got some breaking news from New York for you. Video shows an apparent bomb explosion just west of Times Square that is causing chaos.
The family remains in search of answers as to how an unarmed bride-to-be was shot to death by Minneapolis police outside her home.
And so Martin Luther King might have focused on race and segregation within his speech, but he spoke to so much more. He dreamed for everyone, all the kids in America, to have equal opportunity, to be themselves, to play on the playground with anyone they want. He sought to correct any injustice that the United States faces. He claims that the Founding Fathers created all people of the United States as equal, in that we shouldn't look at people based on religion, sexuality, gender, and criticize them or view them as any less than we view ourselves.
I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
Because this quote was from the Constitution, I feel like it's a standard that we should always try to live up to in our lives. And even though this is an issue that was really important back when the speech was given, I think it's even an issue in today's society.
In the process of gaining our rightful place, we must not be guilty of wrongful deeds. Let us not seek to satisfy our thirst for freedom by drinking from the cup of bitterness and hatred.
When overcoming obstacles and oppression, don't stoop to the levels of the oppressor, overcome them with integrity.
We cannot walk alone. And as we walk, we must make the pledge that we shall always march ahead. We cannot turn back.
But we also march in a different way through social media and being connected. We can stay connected to people all over the country rather than just people in our area.
We refuse to believe that there are insufficient funds in the great vaults of opportunity of this nation. So we've come to cash this check, a check that will give us upon demand the riches of freedom and the security of justice.
We refuse to believe that there is no more hope for improvement for our nation. There's hope that everything's going to get better and that we will all continue to love and grow together.
When we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
MLK wasn't just about race. He wanted to better the lives of everyone, and he was truly set on this planet to make a positive impact for every individual.
So people nowadays are like judged on not only race, but like gender, types of clothing, sexuality. And I think we could really change this by accepting people for who they are and not like what they look like.